right, YouTube. Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. I am your host, resident day trader, and your brother in the struggle. The name is Hassan, and I'm here to go over my trades for the day. So, today was another good day. Not as green as I would like to be. I should be about up 1R, but I got a little greedy on TGT, and really a couple unnecessary trades. But let's get into it from the top with shop. So shop shop was basically, if we go to the one, opening range was way down here. The top of the opening range was way down here, but then the second candle that came in was the highest volume candle of the day. So really this is the top of the range. Now after this candle did make a new high, but it got slapped back down pretty aggressively, and that's a pretty big disqualifier for me when I see a big topping tail like that. And the only reason I was still interested, I actually wanted to take it over the top. I was thinking of buying the break over the high. But as I watched it, I noticed it kept making higher lows and holding VWAP. And all this resistance, it just got traded through. So to me, this is more significant if it's at the top of a move. But this is really just a big consolidation. So we do make a higher high here, and we just consistently make higher lows through there. Also, shop had news. The pink line is pre-market high, so we're already above pre-market high, and I believe this is yesterday's high. So we're already above resistance, and it's holding VWAP. So I was initially going to take the break over all of this, but I decided to just take the break over this candle here. So took the break over that, stop under this price action here, and my entry was 59.20, and my target was 60.20. It got all the way up to 60.11, which would have been 60.20 was 3R. It got up to 60.11, and the way I'm managing my trades right now is when I get to 2R, I move my stop to break even and then hold for 3R. So I got the 2R, moved my stop up to break even, and we came within 9 cents of my 3R target, and it just didn't hit, and I just let it come all the way back down and stop me out at break even. So in a sense, it's a winning trade because I won. I got to 2R, and my reward for 2R is removing the risk. So it was a winning trade. I just didn't get to my 3R profit target. So that part sucks, but I'm happy with the trade itself, the entry, and the fact that it almost went. It hit my 2R target. It just did not get to 3R, and that's cool. That's cool. I got to break even, so it wasn't a bad trade at all. Now, honestly though, after that happened, I felt like something in me that wanted to get money out of shop. And I really hate that I get like this because there's other opportunities. Like I get like this tunnel vision on this one stock, and I'm watching it super close, just waiting for any sign that it's going to go back up. And then I want to jump in because I really want to get what I felt like this stock owed me. And it's so bad because you can get the same amount of money trading a different ticker with a better setup, right? And one thing I've really been finding about myself is I don't like trading after the big move has been made. I don't want to try to catch bounces back to high of day or bounces hoping that it's going to continue to move higher for the rest of the day. I'm here for this first move up in the morning, So like after this move up, this whole backside of the move, I'm really trying to get in my mind to stay away from it. that the move is over. If it comes all the way back down to VWAP, it's done. Just let it go. You know what I mean? And also, I moved my cutoff time from 11 to 10:30 to kind of help out with that too. Um, just so that I'm not looking. This entry actually took place at 10:38. So um, I'm gonna move my cutoff time to 10:30. I think that'll help me stay out of these backside moves. I just really want to trade the opening momentum, you know. So yeah, first trade was good. Second trade, I was waiting for a higher high, higher low, and so I considered this to be a high. And so when I saw that, that was enough for me to consider a higher high and this to be a higher low. But I mean, if you look at it, it didn't hold VWAP. It didn't hold this opening range support. And that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign that buyers aren't stepping in at levels that I'm expecting them to step in, that match my strategy. So I need to take the stock at its word. You know what I mean? When it shows me that it's not holding that as support, then my plan of attack won't work on it. So just leave it alone. I think I actually like this one on the 5 minute, which is my trigger. I believe for this was on the 5. Yeah, so you get this move up and then this pullback. So on the 5, it does look like it holds VWAP in that support level, but it actually closes below. And I bought it, and it did not work out. It did not work out. So again, I had a really good initial trade on this thing that it didn't hit my 3R take profit, so I stopped out break even. No big deal. And I just really want to train myself to stay out of the backside of the move. Once the move's been made and it comes back down to VWAP, I just want to be done with it. So, oops. So with shop, good entry off VWAP over pre-market highs / yesterday high. Stopped short of 3R. Stopped at break even. Second entry on backside of move. Don't do that. All right, Microsoft. So Microsoft was a little more of a anticipation thing where my bias kind of took over. And it had a good day yesterday, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was beneath yesterday's high. And when I'm going for longs, I'm really noticing that I don't like when it's trading below yesterday's high. I don't want to trade against yesterday's price action. I didn't even really pay attention. It didn't really register to me that it was below yesterday's high. I'm sure I would have been shooting for a target past this yellow line, past yesterday's high. So I mean, honestly, this wasn't really a good risk to reward trade. My idea was that I felt like it was gonna break over 432, and I didn't take the break. I was waiting for the pullback, but the fact that it didn't hold 432 should have been enough for me to just not take the trade. And I mean, anyway, that type of trade, I'm trading at the top of the range. I'm hoping that this becomes support, but I'm really trading near the top of the day, and that's not really what I'd like to do. I like to take the first pretty much set up at VWAP near high volume support, which I mean could have been this. I did see this setup, but the fact that it was a lower high in reference to that, I didn't like that. So this made a higher high. This is actually high of day, and so I felt a little better about taking that, but it just Didn't go my way on that one. And really, this is not what I'm fighting against all this morning's price action. You know what I mean? After all of these high volume trades have taken place in this range, and now I'm getting in hoping that it'll move higher, and that's not what I'm trying to do. This is actually really close to 10:30. This was 10:24, so just not an ideal trade. Not an ideal trade. So I kind of it's a regrettable trade, I will say. Bought near top of range, not ideal. Setup near 2x support. Bad trade. So yeah, off my game on that one. Target though. Target actually gapped down massively this morning, and I actually had no intentions of looking at it. But then my scanner called out Target, and my scanner was calling out a lot of things. But when I heard TGT, I remembered it gapping down really big this morning. So I was kind of surprised that, all my scanners are long scanners, so volume breaks up, high of days, things like that are going to get called out on my scanner. So I was really surprised to hear TGT. So I pulled it up and noticed that it was kind of uptrending. So my buddy HH, shout out HH Trader, man. He's been really pushing me to focus on things with news, with a catalyst. And so the first thing I do is I jump onto investing.com and look up TGT. And I see that Goldman Sachs has maintained a strong buy on Target with a price target of 194. I'm like, hey man, that's pretty good news, So I wait for it to make a higher high, higher low, pull back to VWAP and the high volume support. Jump on in there, man. This is my setup. This is what I like to see. You see, this candle here has the highest volume of the day. So I like to see it trade over that volume and hold. It did trade back below it, but then it broke back up, tested it here as support, made a higher high, came back, tested it again, long bottoming tail at VWAP and high volume support. I take the break over the last candle, stop under the low, target. I think this was almost 4R up here because I had 10 shares. I sold 7 and banked like $12. And then, man, I do this all the time. Whenever I partial, I always put the stop for my remainder up too high. I don't want it to stop at break even, which is really the place to put it. So I had it right here under 144. My break even was 64, and this low, my break even was 143.64. This low hit 143.80, and then over here we got 143.75, and here we got 143.64 on the dot. So I might have stopped out right there. I don't know if it would have filled me or not. Sometimes it fills me when my order is sitting on the penny, and sometimes it has to trade through my order. So I don't know if I would have survived, but clearly that would have been a better spot. Really under the $0.50 would have been the safest place. But typically I don't want to risk any money after I've already taken profit. I just either break even or hope for the next move up. But it didn't even really move much higher. It moved 5 cents higher than the previous high of day. So I have really mixed feelings about taking partials. The feeling I feel when I take a partial and stop out at break even or way less than where I originally took profit at, I think is worse to me than missing out on the rest of the move. Like I would rather have the full 3R and watch it keep going than to take a partial and stop out for less than what I could have taken if I sold the whole position. So yeah, it's so difficult for me to take all or nothing out, for me to take my complete position out when I get so excited at the thought of a home run. I really like to let my winners ride. You know what I mean? But I'm really trying to train myself to just take the 3R and be happy with that. You can totally make a good living on 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. So I think this was another good example driving that home on why I want to always just take 3R. Just sell the whole position at 3R. 3R is a great trade. You know, I'm risking $5 right now to get 15. That's a great trade. I mean, it sounds like pennies. It definitely feels like pennies to me because just last week I was trading $25 risk. So this trade would be $75, you know what I mean, at 3R. But from just a ratio point of view, 3-to-1 is great. Because if you risk $100, that's $300. If you risk $500, that's $1,500. You know what I mean? So it's very scalable. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to find consistency and give a track record for myself where I feel like I'm earning my right to risk more. So hopefully I can graduate from the $5 level sometime soon. But for now, I'm trying to keep my risk small just so I can get my win rate up and get some consistency and confidence under my belt. And then, we'll make some bigger moves. But all in all, a good day. I had a really good trade on Shop to start the day, and I had a really good trade on Target. I just got a little restless and jumped into Microsoft on a mediocre setup and jumped into Shop on the backside of the move on another mediocre setup. So, I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm going to take that momentum at the first part of the morning, right after the open, and I must hold those positions until they play out. And once they crash back down to VWAP, I'm done with them. I'm not taking those late morning bounces, trying to see if it's going to bounce up to high of day again. The really, really strong bullish ones, they don't come back to VWAP. Not for a long time, So, all in all, a good day. I think I just need to focus on trading my ideal setups and trading above yesterday's high, right? And, yesterday's high pre-market levels are things that I want to be trading over the top of. You know what I mean? Maybe not always pre-market high. Pre-market high is often a really good target, but definitely I want to be trading over yesterday's high. So don't trade backside of move. New stop time 10:30. And no longs under previous day high. I said that with a question mark, right? We'll see. I think that's a good filter to have. I don't need to be letting everything in. So, having a filter for something is not a bad idea. If it's trading below yesterday's high, assume that it's either going to have an inside day or probably a down day. So I think that's reasonable. We'll see, though. But this is what I want to focus on for tomorrow. And also take out the 3R. Everything at 3R. Yeah. I think that's going to be my way. I'm going to try to commit to that. And, when I start playing with more money, I think I'll be inspired to take profits along the way. But I don't know. I just can't find the inspiration to do that with risking $5 a trade. So I'm just going to focus on taking out 3R. And then, we'll cross that other bridge, when we get there where it starts seeming lucrative to take profits out along the way. I know it's the same, like taking out 5 is the same as taking out 50 or 500 or whatever. But I don't know. This is just where I'm at right now. So anyway, Thanks for watching, you guys. Hey, please hit the like button and subscribe. I stream live every morning. The market is open. I'll be live tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern time. Also, join us in the Discord group, man. We have some really good conversations. Kick back a lot of ideas, share charts and things like that. The link is in the description. Other than that, man, have a great day. I'll see y'all in the morning. Peace.